Daniel and the Kings is making its debut this Thursday, and a few weeks ago we had the privilege of sitting down with director Brad Moranz and Chuck Smith, who is one half of the visionary duo that ignited this creative journey. Today we are diving into the inspiration that brought this fusion of theater and faith together. I would like to welcome back Chuck Smith, who is joined today by his wife, co-writer and producer of Daniel and the Kings, Karen Smith. Chuck, welcome back, Karen. We are so happy to have you here.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Of course. Karen, can you give us a quick overview of what Daniel and the Kings is, what this production is?
Daniel and the Kings is a musical production based on the story of Daniel 1 through 6. It is the story of Daniel taken as a boy from Judah to Babylon, and he spent 70 years of his life surrounded by his enemies, and yet his faith stayed strong. He stayed strong on his convictions, and as a result, he rose to a level of power and an inspiration for the rest of us to hang in there.
And now this was, you guys began writing this in 2008 in Albany, New York. You know, you found your way down to the Holy City, which is ironic. It's debuting here, but I have to ask you, there was something that you said, from a miracle survival to a miracle production. Can you talk about what that means?
Actually, I will, because she was out of it.
Okay.
Yeah, back in October 2021, Karen was hit at an excessive speed in a dangerous street, broadsided, and sent 40 yards sideways in her Jeep. And so she shouldn't have survived. She was weeks in ICU and on a vent and went through 5 surgeries and so on. And her perseverance and conviction and faith has brought this here today.
And I think it's fascinating. This story is, you know, about faith and resilience. And I know the writing began early, but did it, you know, in 2021 when this happened, was the production gaining speed, or was it kind of?
We were thinking small. I mean, we were just going to try to do it in a small community venue. But I'll tell you, you know, we got some sense knocked into us by that car, and we said, you know what, tomorrow. We're getting older. We don't know if it's gonna. We don't know if you're gonna live to be tomorrow. So we decided to jump off of a giant cliff in faith. And the fun part was the doors that kept opening were ones that we could have never dreamed of back in 2008. Would you believe the only place that said yes to us was the PAC? I mean, the only, you know, just one thing after another. And then Brad Moranz shows up, and then Abdiel Oriardi. These are like amazingly talented people. And now we've got this cast of Broadway people. No, you can't dream this up in 2008.
No. And now you guys had no professional theater experience. So when you decided that, you know, now or never, did you just walk into a place and be like, hey, you know, do you want to take a chance on us? How did that work?
I'll speak to this one, because I did theater when I was young and in college and so on, but not at the professional level. But when we went to the PAC, Performing Arts Center, Frank, who manages the PAC, we asked him if we could do this, and they welcomed us with just grace. And then Karen and I walked out of the PAC, and we said, what did we just do? and at that time, I knew that we had to surround ourselves with people with experience and talent at the professional level, at the Broadway level. And I had met Brad Moranz, and I called him after we got out of the PAC and said, Brad, help. And then Brad has helped us put this team together. And I mean, we have a Broadway level production now, not because of Karen and Chuck, but because of the people we've surrounded ourselves with.
One person would lead to another. It's just a string of miracles.
And you know, it's fascinating that it's almost like everything, it was meant to be. That there's no other reason why this is happening other than, you know, hopefully this story is going to spread to someone, have a life-changing experience. What do you hope that people who come and see Daniel and the Kings take away from this production?
I hope that it opens their heart to the possibility that there's something more out there, just like one of our big songs in the show. I hope that they go, you know, life is chaotic and empty, and what if there is something more? And if we can open that possibility, and then they can go start to seek, there's answers out there for those people.
Absolutely.
And we want to provide that route to get to that
and whatever
answer.
you face, a severe calamity that Karen did,
I wouldn't have done it without my faith.
you get up in the morning and you say, okay, now I have to take a step, then another step. And it didn't stop us, it encouraged us.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't read for 11 months.
Oh my goodness.
I had 3 masters and a doctorate, and I couldn't do anything with it.
Oh, definitely a full, life perspective change. Well,
Just like
Karen
trial.
Smith,
Thank you.
Chuck Smith, thank you so much. This is at the North Charleston Performing Arts Center this Thursday, September 21st, going to run through the 24th. We will put the link below where you guys can get your tickets. Thank you so much, and
Thank
we
you
are
for your
very
support.
excited
Taylor,
for this
thank you.
production.
Thank you.
Absolutely. We're back in 2 minutes.